ngiyathemeleza ngimbiza unkoma kumba nalo umhlaba yo mama baba abomkhulu egogo ngiyathemeleza mina ngiyathemeleza mina ngiyathemeleza mina ngiyathemeleza ngimbiza kunkawoka makuba mana umhlaba mama baba yabomkhulu egogo. Thokozeni family, please tap the screen, tap the screen. Let's get up in the algorithm. Let's see if we can get a few more people on here before I start. Hotep Royals, good night, good evening to everybody. I know that it's early morning in South Africa. It looks like, I think it's probably almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I see some South Africans here. And so, Ms. Thokozeni, let me just greet properly and then we'll get started. Thokozani, Kamagwini, Lesedihanya, Ndaweshewe, Tobela, Dumelang, Emakosini, Kwaziwai, Nangadef, Avsheni, Muribwanji, Habarigani. How is everybody doing this evening? Hotep family. So, yo family, I don't know whether you are all feeling what I'm feeling, but I stayed up yesterday for 24 hours, if not more. I went to bed this morning at 6 in the morning. I could not sleep. And unbeknownst to me, there was a lot that was happening. So the Schumann frequency at around 4 this morning hit a spike. So the Earth's frequency is usually at 7.25 hertz. She shot up by about 1.5 hertz. And several things are going on here. Number one is the interference that is going on from those who control CERN, who are trying to mess with the frequency of Earth. Remember, I have said this before, that they have been messing around with the frequency, trying by all means to sort of unsettle this great awakening that is going on. And so I felt it. I am not 100%. I had to cancel our workshop that we were doing today. Apologies to Indlovukazi, all the ladies who got a message in our group saying I couldn't make it. I fell asleep at 6 in the morning and we were supposed to work at 2 p.m. this afternoon. I couldn't move. And so this is me sort of starting to function now, and I'm starting to wonder, with all these shifts going on, does it mean I'm going to become a nocturnal creature? Meaning that when everybody else is sleeping, is awake during the day, I'm fast asleep. And when everybody else is asleep, I'm awake. I do believe with me, there's also some work I'm supposed to be doing at night. That is why I'm being kept awake. I do a lot of what I call constructive interference, where I do a lot of heavy lifting for the collective during the hours that you all are asleep. South Africans, you will be awake. So I'm sort of tuned into that time, and not by design. It's just the way things seem to be evolving. But today I wanted to come and talk about something very important that is happening cosmically. This is a cosmic event where there is a portal opening tomorrow. Tomorrow is July the 7th, and I want to give you a heads up tonight because we're already dropping. Remember, I've explained that when these portals are opening, it is not a sudden one-time event. There are things that line up that lead to sort of the opening of the portal. It's already started to open, but its fullest opening will be tomorrow. And so I wanted to give you a heads up as to what does this actually mean. So 777. Where are we getting the 3/7? Seventh day of what they would call the 7th month. And then if you add 2 and 5 for 2025, take the last two, 2 and 5, that gives you the other 7. So it's a 777 portal. What does the number 7 mean in numerology? I know I have not spoken a lot or ever done anything strictly on numerology, but this is stuff that you guys can look up for yourselves if you're interested. I don't specialize in numerology. I use numerology simply because I understand that all it is, numbers are nothing but frequencies. Everything in this universe, in this cosmos, is frequency. Once you know that, then it is very easy to understand other things. So the number 7 in numerology is a very, very divine number. It is the divine number. Right? The number 7 is about divinity. It is about intuition. It is about your higher self. The number 7 is the number that is most associated with prophetesses, prophets, seers, healers such as myself. So it's a divine number in so many ways. You know, these numbers have different things. So 8 is the number of infinity. We know 9 is the number of completion and so on. And so this number 7, aligned the way it's aligned, 777, if you were to draw that in terms of, say, squiggly or wavy lines, what would that give you? This is why it is a portal, because I'm going to draw it out for you so that you get an idea. So if we were to draw it like this, and the reason I'm drawing squiggly lines, this is what you get, 777. It gives you an equilateral triangle. What do we know about a triangle? From ancient Kemetic teachings, we understand very well that the triangle is the strongest, if you like, the most powerful configuration that there is. The pyramids are built of triangles, equilateral triangles, right? The base equals the two sides. So understanding that is understanding that a very potent and powerful portal is opening up, and you have an invitation as a spirit being to go through that portal. It is essentially a portal of ascension. It is a portal that requires that you stay out of fear and you stay in your heart space. There are going to be a lot of downloads, particularly for the chosen ones, particularly for those who are guardians or custodians, if you like, of ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge. What will happen is going to be different for different people based on your consciousness of what is going on. Everything is about your consciousness. Tomorrow could be a day that comes and goes without you getting anything out of it. Tomorrow and any other of these cosmic events can come and go, and you will get nothing out of it because of your level of consciousness. That's why I talk about these, because it's entirely up to you how you tap in and whether you tap in or you don't. But for the chosen ones, the ones whose purpose are to heal this planet, listen carefully to what's going to go on out there. You will come out of this cosmic event no longer the same. And it may take you a while for your new self to recalibrate. You may feel a little bit disorientated because you are functioning in the world. You'll wake up, you'll still be in your house, your kids will be around, your dog will be around, whatever else, you still go to work, but there will be something that has happened to you where you feel like you're disoriented, where you feel like, I don't know how to describe it fully. It's an experience. All I know is it is a little bit disorienting until you settle, or your higher self settles into you with the knowledge and the information and the downloads that you will have received. Right? So I just wanted to give this as a head. Finally made it to a live. Togoza beauty from Namibia. Nice to see you. Yeah, so it's a very important portal, guys. And remember, we have the full moon coming up on July 10th. This is also a very, very powerful full moon for purging. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that one now and just leave you with this one about this portal that we're in, to have you guys understand the importance of portals. There is a warning I'm going to give out, because this warning came to me early this morning. Like I told you, I didn't sleep, so I was over here. And it was this, that remember that while we are ascending, there are those who are trying to keep us unascended. We are in a war. We already know this. We are in a spiritual battle. And so as you are conscious, there may be interference in your dreams. There may be interference in the dreamscape, meaning depending on how your downloads are going to come, there may be entities that seek to interfere or intercept those downloads, so that at some point you're not very clear about what message came. You're not very clear. You might even feel like you've forgotten what was given to you. Here's what I have to say for that. For those who are ancestrally gifted, for those who are chosen, the chosen ones, you know what to do. Tonight and tomorrow are 2 days where you need to fast. You're going to need to fast so that you have clarity when the downloads come. You're going to need to fast so that you're spiritually strong to go and to do warfare, because you're going to need to do warfare. There are going to be things that try, or entities that try to intimidate you even in the dreamscape, so that you fall into fear. Remember that even within the dreamscape, that emotion of fear is very low frequency, and that's how they get you. You're going to need to get very strong and brave. And so fasting assists you in becoming spiritually alert, spiritually focused, spiritually sharp. You're going to have to do rituals before you go to sleep. What sort of rituals are those? Those of you who are in this space know what protection rituals you can do for yourself. One of those is you can take coarse salt, and you can take some coarse salt, sea salt, put it under your pillow. For those of us who come from the African traditions, make sure that when you go to sleep, your crown is covered. And you want to put a white covering. This is why today I am dressed in pure white from top to bottom, because I needed something, or I need something that will keep me also spiritually light. Black is a very powerful color, but given the mishmash and the mayhem that's going on, we need white as a way to stay light, stay buoyant in all this mishmash, so that we keep the clarity that we need to keep in order for these downloads to come and for us to be able to receive them as is. So the dreamscape is going to be very strange. The dreamscape, and it's okay if you get information you don't fully understand, just get up and write it down as soon as you wake up so you don't forget. This is why I always keep journals around me. I have journals here. I have journals by my bedside. The minute I wake up, I write. I write and I write and I write. And then sometimes throughout the day, I get the complete message. Sometimes it can take a little longer than a day. It doesn't matter. Whatever fragments you're remembering, write it down. It will all add up in the end, right? And if something or someone tries to scare you in the dreamscape, you have the power to fight these things. A lot of you don't believe in yourselves, which is why a lot of the time you end up with these attacks where you are hurt, or you wake up and you feel achy, or you wake up and you're exhausted. It's simply because you don't believe in yourself enough to fight. You can fight. You can fight. You were chosen for a time such as this. You are in this incarnation for a time such as this. So I need all the chosen ones to really tap in and to really, like, it's go time, family. It really, really is go time. This is it, right? This is all the teachings I've been doing, all the warnings I've been giving have been for a time such as this. And we're going to see cosmic phenomena after cosmic phenomena. We're going to see portals are going to be opening left, right, and center. One of the other things too with the opening of the portals is there are some chosen ones who have been tasked with freeing our ancestors in different places and spaces. If you are one of those, I advise you to get going on that, right? There are some people who have been tasked with going to different river systems or water bodies and doing certain rituals to free our ancestors there. There are people who have been called to go into forests and so on, and to free our ancestors there. Remember that this entire system has been built on the basis of keeping us and our ancestors on lockdown. So they need to be freed because we need them for this dispensation. So don't doubt yourself. This is not the time for doubt anymore. Now you're no longer spiritual babies. You are mature spiritual beings in a battle. Indlovukazi particularly are the ones who are being tasked with going from place to place and freeing people, freeing our ancestors. The owners of this land, they need freeing. They need freeing. And you will have your own instructions and ways in which you're being asked to do it. All of us will be given our own specific instructions. So please don't come to me and say, Gogo, I feel that I need to be doing this. How exactly do I do it? There's no blueprint for how it's going to be done. Each of us is going to be tasked with doing different things. We're talking millions and billions of energies. So that's why I'm like, if you are one of those instructed to do this work, get going. Get going. If you don't know how, whoever is urging you to do this, ask, you will get your answer. How do I go about do this? And it's not a one size fits all. We're all being told to do different things. Some people are being given gadgets or instruments in the dreamscape that they are supposed to acquire and use. That could be a key. It could be a padlock that you have to work in a particular way. It could be a spear that you need to go and do certain things with in certain areas. It could be a stick, like a walking stick. It could be an ankh. It could be anything that you will be given. They will give you whatever it is that you need to go and complete your mission. But it's mission time now. So I just wanted to let you guys know, for the rest of you, this is time to tap into your higher self. If you have not been listening to your intuition, if you have not been listening to your gut instincts, and not just listening, but listening and following through. It's useless for you to listen to your higher self and get a message about something you might need to do for yourself, and then you don't follow through and do it. This is also going to be a very powerful time for, you're going to have to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Many of you are still sitting in unforgiveness. Many of you are still sitting in pettiness. There's no time for that. There's no time for that. We are doing the healing work, but y'all gonna need to, like, some of this stuff you're gonna need to snap out of. One way in which you're going to snap out of this is you are going to need to keep perspective. When you look at what we are facing and you look at the current geopolitical or global situation, look at it from a spiritual perspective, and then take your pettiness and your unforgiveness and weigh it against that and ask yourself if it's even worth it. Is it even worth it to stay in unforgiveness? Because if you stay in unforgiveness, you vibrate low. If you stay in unforgiveness, you cannot sit in your heart chakra, which is where we need us all to be. So I'm going to say, please put petty BS aside. And if you need help, look at what's going on in the world. And if that doesn't move you, I don't know what will. Because many people are using this opportunity to pull family members together. Like petty things where you are having fights with people over petty BS. What do I mean by petty? Anything that is not threatening your existence on this planet is petty to me right now, given what we're facing. Go ahead and make the amends while you still have the chance, and free your spirit and free your heart space so that you can ascend. Because those are the things that are preventing you from ascending. You're not going anywhere if you cannot be in your heart space. If you cannot be in that space of pure love. Now, I'm not saying start interacting with all the mofos in your life who've hurt you. No, but I'm saying, can you please do yourself that favor of freeing yourself? If it's to do with people who've long gone, good, they've gone. Write them I love you notes, I forgive you notes, and burn them. Burn them, especially with this, the full moon that's coming is the great purge. It's the great purge. And for those who are ancestrally gifted, those who are initiated, it is a great time. Ukupalaza. Ukupalaza is to do a literal purge. It is a literal purge. It's very much in line with our ancient ancestors. It's a way of cleansing. Simple purge. Take a bucket, 5 liters. Some people do a 10-liter bucket of warm water. Dissolve a little bit of coarse salt in there. That's all that's needed. You drink that stuff down like chug, 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 chug. Make sure you're standing by your toilet in the bathroom, because that stuff will all come out. Do a purge, a deep cleanse. Do your steam. Steaming is a very important way of cleansing and releasing. Many of you who are in the spiritual community know this already. Do a steam and then do a bath, right? Those are the 3 major ways of cleansing. And then, of course, do your fasting. So if you can, starting now, start just doing a liquid fast, drink a lot of coconut water, drink water, eat your watermelon. Going into tomorrow, the whole day tomorrow, stay fasted. Stay fasting, stay conscious. Fasting will also assist you to stay conscious, because when you're fasting and you're picking out what you're going to put into your body, you're very much aware why you're doing it. It will keep you in touch with what is going on tomorrow. And then going in, leading out of tomorrow, going on to the 8th, and the 8th, no, so from the 7th, you see, I'm tired. From the 7th to the 8th, yeah, that's phasing out. So all the way until the 8th, you can get engaged in trying to listen to your intuition, your higher self. If you want, do that separate. And then fast. I'd say, look, I'm going to do this way. I'm fasting now all the way until the 10th. Where this full moon is in. That's how I'm going to do it, because I can't fast today, tomorrow, and then then on the 8th and 9th, and then I'm just going to fast. I'm just going to fast. I have a lot on my shoulders. I have a lot of heavy lifting that I need to do. So that's how I'm going to do it. Choice is entirely up to you and your calling and what your purpose is. Remember, everything that you're doing must align with your purpose. That's why as I share this, I'm literally trying to talk to the different members of our community. There are those who are chosen, who have an ancestral gifting, an ancestral calling. We have a different set of things we ought to be focusing on than everybody else who's, just part of the spiritual community for your own personal growth. Not for us, we don't just deal with our own personal. For you guys and your own personal growth, there's certain things that you can be doing for yourselves too, just to make sure that you stay in alignment with these cosmic phenomena and so on. So I just wanted to come and share that with you guys tonight. Yeah, please don't use my live to advertise your product. I think it's actually very disrespectful that you would do something like that, And we don't talk about Egypt. We talk about Kemet. For us, Egypt doesn't exist, which already tells me that you are not part of this community. If you're going to be here talking about Egypt, I'm going to make sure that I block you because I cannot deal with people who are that disrespectful. This isn't about making money here. And in our community, we use our own stuff to do what we do. That's why I give people remedies that they have in their closets. This is not a money-making scheme. I find this really offensive. Good thing that I am actually closing this out. Thokozeni Royals, Black Nation, one love. We're in this together. I'll probably be back on the 10th or the 9th with a bit more about this time that we are in. Remember, stay light. Stay in your heart space. Take time out to meditate and put yourself in your heart space. Get rid of unforgiveness. Get rid of your pettiness. Stay away from social media posts that lower your frequency. Stay away from social media posts that distract you from what time we are in. There's a lot of distractions going on right now. Don't allow yourself. Don't miss out on these opportunities. Ne? I love you, Black Nation. See you guys soon.